Are you someone that feels unsure about pronouncing certain words in English? Are you based in the UK and in your daily communication you're kind of avoiding certain words because you're scared of them? Or maybe you've tried to use them and you've been misunderstood and it's made you feel humiliated. This video is here to help you. Welcome to English with Katharine. This is my channel where I teach daily natural British English, British culture and etiquette, and of course pronunciation for a British accent. Today I'm using your word suggestions. I did a community poll on YouTube and I asked you all, which words do you struggle with? The words I've chosen for today came up a few times. If you can't see the word that you suggested on the list, by the way, it'll be in one of the future videos. And that's a promise. What are we waiting for? Let's begin. Don't forget to watch to the end of the video, guys, because we have a lovely word of the week. Of course, it's advanced level. Enjoy! Number 1, Paddington. Paddington. This is a station in London. London Paddington Station. Many of you have a problem with pronouncing this word. When I used to teach English in London one-to-one, all my students had an issue with this word as well. The sound that I want to draw your attention to in this word is the ing sound. This is a real challenge because it is a nasal sound, meaning it is not the sound of g, no, it is ng. You have to kind of curl your tongue back and the sound almost vibrates in your head, ing. Some of my students were pronouncing it Paddington, Paddington, but that's really difficult to understand because it's not the word. You have to make that nasal sound in the middle of the word in order for it to be understood. Stress the first syllable, so pad, pad. There's a short A there, very quick A in the back of the throat. Pad, padding, ing. There's your nasal sound. And of course we have a schwa, which is the sound so it's un. The last syllable is un. Paddington, Paddington. London Paddington is one of my favourite stations in London. Many of you will know this station because of the famous film Paddington, one of my favourite cartoon bears. Number 2, pursue. The amount of times I hear people saying this as pursue, pursue. The important sound here is the little y sound in the second syllable. So you have to say pursue, pursue. So it's like S-Y. The first syllable is a very plosive sound, so p, p. The stress is on the second syllable, so pursue, pursue. At the moment, I'm pursuing my dream of owning an English country cottage. I'm pursuing an English country cottage. Fingers crossed. Number 3, war. War. Not a very nice word, I'm sure you'll agree, but very important to be able to pronounce. This is actually a really strange word. If you can say or, for example, tea or coffee, or, that little word, if you can pronounce that word, you'll probably be able to pronounce war. War. Very often in the modern RP British accent, we don't pronounce the R. I've said this many a time in my videos, but we just leave it off so that it doesn't really exist. So the R ends up hanging in the air, just lingering, to create this kind of floaty, soft sound. So war, war. I really can't make that word sound beautiful, of course. Sometimes you've just got to know how to pronounce a horrible word. Number 4, outrageous. Outrageous. When you say that something is outrageous, you really think it's just ridiculous, crazy. So the word is outrageous. 3 syllables. Ray is very much pronounced louder, so it's the stressed part. Outrageous. Just. Everybody can say that sound, right? Just. Easy. The price of eating out at a pub is now outrageous. My dad said that the other day. Number 5, literally. Literally. This one came up around 15 times in the poll that I did. is clearly one that you all struggle with a lot. Unfortunately, it's a very common word in daily speech. Sorry to tell you. But I have some good news because I can make it easy for you to say. It's 3 syllables, guys, so just 3 sounds, even though it looks a lot longer than that. Don't be put off by the double L, it is completely not important. So for the first syllable, we're going to make a lovely lich sound. Lich. We can all do that, can't we? Lich. The second syllable is simply just the letter R sound, so r. R. So we have lich, r, lich, r. The last syllable is just lee. Lee. Quite a long sound there. The spelling is so confusing, isn't it? So let's say it together. Literally. So stress the first syllable, guys, okay? Literally. Literally. We use it all the time for exaggeration, when we're telling stories, in small talk. Sometimes we just say it to give more drama and effect to the story. For example, there were literally thousands of people at the event. There were literally thousands of people at the event. Can you hear how I pronounce that word in that sentence? Literally. Number 6, beard. Beard. This one came up so much as well. And I understand, guys. I mean, it looks like it should be bared, doesn't it? Because of the word bear. But actually it's so different to that. And it's actually closer to the drink, beer. It's much closer to that pronunciation. That's actually what I'm going to tell you next. You want to say the word beer, really. Beer. So if you can pronounce beer, you can say beard. So it's beer with a D on the end. Beard. Beard. Today I got shown around a lovely house by an estate agent and he had a massive beard. It must have been down to here at least. He had that kind of wizard thing going on. Very trendy. Number 7, world. World. This word came up a lot. Of course, it's a very important word. Probably comes up in most conversations at some point. The beautiful world. It's actually the same sound as in were. If I were you, for example. Were. Now, you have that sound. That's great. You've got to add LD to it, okay? World. World. I know you can do it. Come on, do it with me. World. Yes, well done. I have to say that love definitely makes the world go round. Number 8, people. People. This was a strange one for me to see because I didn't think it was difficult to pronounce, but then I looked at the spelling and I thought, yeah, I get it. So the first syllable is actually the same sound as a little green vegetable, a pea. It's quite a long sound. The second syllable is probably the most difficult part. That is pull, pull, pull. And you also have an L that is a bit of a dark L. It's not a bright L, meaning it doesn't happen at the front of the mouth. It's not L, it's L. It happens behind your tongue. It's darkened and muted by your mouth. People, L. Can you hear that? People, people. I love meeting new people. Number 9, crisps. Crisps. This has to be the strangest word ever. Every time I say it, I'm always like, how is this even a word? That sps sound at the end is annoying even for natives. None of us really enjoy saying that, trust me. It's an important word, especially if you're based in the UK, because this is one of our everyday snacks. The people love crisps. What can I say? So, the first syllable is a very popular male name here in the UK, Chris. Chris. And then, of course, you've just got to master this ps sound. Crisps. It has a lot of s. The combination of P and S is like ps. Put it all together and it is crisps. Crisps. My favourite crisps are Walker's salt and vinegar. Lovely. Number 10, acquaintance. Acquaintance. I can definitely understand why this is a challenge. This word is just horrible, isn't it? Look at all those letters. U-A-I-N and then the tance at the end. So confusing. I'm going to make it easy for you. The first syllable is a schwa, a. So, acquain, quain, quain, acquain, acquaintance, tunce. Tunce has got a schwa inside, if you didn't know. There's a sound in there somewhere. So that's acquaintance, tunce. Acquaintance. He is an acquaintance of mine. We're just acquaintances. We're not friends. He's merely an acquaintance. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the word of the week. Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. This is a very advanced and beautiful word. This means being or existing everywhere. Fast food chains are ubiquitous around the world, offering quick meals in almost every city. You can see in that sentence that ubiquitous means international, everywhere. In today's digital age, social media has become ubiquitous, influencing how we communicate and interact. What it's saying is social media is everywhere, we can't escape it. Well, I'm off to make shepherd's pie now, which is a very lovely English dish. If you haven't tried it already, you should check it out. I've got some friends coming round for dinner, so I'm going to make it for them. If you found this video helpful, please click subscribe, that would be lovely. Give this video a thumbs up, that would also be very helpful. And of course, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye.